This is a bunch of Black Friday deals I would buy if I actually had the money and if I need it. So let's start on the mouse. So this is a Black Friday deal I found of a really nice mouse. And I'm currently using this mouse. You can see I purchased it. And I think this mouse is pretty cool. And it's a carbon fiber mouse and basically weighs the same as a matte R. And I don't really need this mouse because I have the matte R, but I just wanted to test it out. So stay tuned for a review of this mouse soon. And so I have this price history graph that you can see if it's actually a scam or not. So you can see how basically for the entire history of its existence, it was on basically a sale maybe once in a blue moon, basically like that. And you see now it's Black Friday, the price dropped to about around $40. So it's actually not that bad of a deal. So over here I found this crazy deal. It might not be that crazy, but like might be kind of horrible, but up to you as a person. But I just think that you can get Beats for half off is crazy. Beats for $150 is crazy, and these aren't like the Beats Studio 3s. These are like the Studio Pros, which is actually good and has like USB-C charging. It's actually not terrible. And so if you have the money and you're looking for headphones, these are actually not a bad deal. Okay, moving on. This is not on Amazon. This is Best Buy, but I saw another YouTuber saw this deal. I didn't know that Best Buy was doing this, but on Amazon this same monitor is actually selling for $400. So on Best Buy you can get it for $40 cheaper, and it's actually not a bad deal. OLED monitor for $300, $370, and plus tax will be like $400, but like still is actually not that bad of a deal. So if you're in the market for OLED, then this is not bad. And then for this one, the Logitech Superlight. Personally, I never used this in my life. A lot of people really love this mouse because I understand why, because like a lot of people use this, but like I personally never got the hype. I never used it before, but I think it's not that bad of a deal now. You can see how like in a year, mostly it was selling for like $100, and then they recently just brought the price down by like $20. So it's actually not that bad of a deal right now. But like personally, I would just get the matte R or get this. Honestly, just get this. I'll just remove the Superlight actually. Get this. This is way better than a Superlight. A lot of people might have issues with like QC or whatever, but like that's like pretty rare now because Pulsar really stepped up their game. And even if you find any QC issues or whatever like that, like your mouse clicks aren't working because of some bullshit, just return it if you're gonna buy from Amazon. And this is a crazy deal that you can get this good of a mouse for like $50. This is insane to me. So you can see over the past year it basically hovered around $70, $100 mostly. Basically $100 mostly, and then you can get it right now for 50% off of it, which is $50. It's crazy, and it's 50 grams basically. Crazy deal. I think it's a great deal. You can see how like the entire time it's been on the market, it's been $100, but this mouse basically just released, so you can't really say anything about like the price and stuff like that, but like still $100, and then there's a sale for $20, and then, so this mouse isn't bad. It's 36 grams, but I'll still get a matte R. Is actually cheaper actually. Then this one, the X2 Crazy Light. So this one is actually the same. This one is basically the same thing as this one. They both weigh the same basically. And this one's $90. So you can see it hovered around the $120 basically for entire price history, and then now it's dropped down by $30. So this is actually not that bad of a deal. This actually is kind of a deal on Black Friday, so you should get it. I think this is actually like a good deal. So this is not the regular wall hack. The wall hack recently released their medium version of the SP004. So the one I have is this large one, and you can see that it actually went on sale. They cut down the price by $30 on the large one. For the large one, it's actually not that bad of a deal, honestly, too. So you can see how it often hovered around $130. So they actually cut down the price by $40, but it's sold out. You can see that the black one is completely sold out basically, and then the white one you can still get it. But I think the best deal right now for this one, if you want to have 4, is get the black one or the white one of the medium one. You're basically can't even tell a difference of the size. But I mean you could, but like it's for smaller desks. And I wish if this was an option when I first bought the SP004, I would have bought the medium size because my desk is actually too small for the large one. So I actually would have get the medium size. So if you have a small desk, get the medium size. Actually way better. And you can see when it's released, it was $115, and it basically stayed at this price and then Black Friday, and it dropped the price by around like $40, which is a really good deal. So I would say get this. But what's a way better deal? This is a crazy deal right here. You can get the black one or you get the white one for $5 less. I don't know why the difference, but like this is a crazy deal. So you can see let's do a year. So basically the whole year is set at $110, and then during Black Friday they literally half the price. And the wall hack 3 is literally basically exactly the same as the wall hack 4. You couldn't if you put them side by side next to each other, you could barely even tell the difference. They basically are the exact same. You could barely tell the difference. That's why people with a wall hack or Skypad 3, they don't really feel the need to upgrade to a SP004 because they can barely tell the difference. So the only reason why I basically got a SP004 is just because I didn't like the logo in the corner. I like the clean logo of the wall hack 4 better because I'm kind of a bitch. But like still, if you have if you want to get into glass mouse pads, this is honestly your chance. For $50, this is a crazy steal, and this is basically exactly the same as the SP004. So just get this. Honestly, it's a way, like, you have nothing to lose. If you don't like it, just return it, and you're only spending $54 on this, and you're spending $54 on a mouse pad that will last you literally forever. I have the SP004 and it still lasted me for a year, and literally looks exactly the same I got out of the box on the first day. So imagine if you get this for $54, and you know how like cloth mouse pads, cloth mouse pads, they basically just fucking destroy themselves over the course of a year, right? Basically just destroy themselves after a year. So imagine we get this mouse pad for $54, and this will just last you forever, literally forever, unless you do something stupid to it, but it will literally last you forever. So crazy deal, last ever mouse pad you ever need to buy. And then the last deal I want to talk about is this deal. I constantly see this monitor on sale, so it's not really like that big of a deal, but I still think that this is a good monitor. I'd never used this monitor before, but like you could still use it. I think you can still buy it because it actually is kind of cheap for what you get. So what you get is a 1440p 24-inch monitor, and it's 240 hertz. So this monitor came out after I bought the current monitor I'm using right now. The current monitor I'm using right now is also 24 hertz. It's also 24 inches and 1440p, but it's only 180 hertz. It's not 240 hertz. If this monitor came out when I bought my monitor, I would have bought this monitor over the current monitor I have right now, but it didn't come out during that time, so I just have to take the L on that one. So just get this monitor. I haven't tested this out, but I think this monitor is good, so just try it. And that's really all the deals I have for you today. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and also all the links will be down in the description below. That's it. Have a good day.